Good morning.
Good morning.
I guess we're gonna head out to Watson Lake today.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll make it all the way to Watson, but we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll stop maybe on the way. We'll see.
Meat is looking pretty dirty from that drive that we took the last couple of days. I have to find her a place to take a shower. Replacement inverter's been working good. Get him ready for traveling here. Look at these dirty steps. We drove through some muddy water or something.
Teslin River. Okay, so the Teslin River. All right, we're back on that one road that was having that construction in between White Horse and Watson Lake. And then this is the Nisutine Bay. So if I remember correctly, I think we're going to be hitting some areas of gravel on this road as we go towards and get closer to Watson Lake, like one of the first ones that's coming up here. Pretty mountains ahead. Rancheria River. Bugs won't give us a break. About 62 kilometers, I guess would be considered north and west of Watson Lake. We hit that gravel spot again. Very dusty. Yard River. Here we are. Made it to Watson Lake.
Watson Lake.
Watson Lake and
Place with the signpost.
the Signpost Forest and Deanna from the future. If you want to know why our day was cut really short, was because Greg gave me his cold. And so I was not feeling so good. So we both of us went to bed real early, and we're still just kind of getting over our cold. Since we don't have any video of how we were feeling, I'll give you this little reenactment of how we were feeling. So we drank a bunch of NyQuil, we went to bed, slept for about 14 hours, and let me tell you, we felt so much better the next day. Now back to our journey.
Good morning, everyone. Deanna and I had a nice chance to sleep in this morning. Of course, whenever you go to sleep in on a Sunday morning, there's, even in Canada, you still have somebody doing weed eating. But we still had a nice chance to sleep in, so that was pretty fun. I'm gonna be doing the stinky slinky here and just filling up on some water, and then we'll be heading out here in a little bit. Okay, Stinky Slinky's job is done, and we're finishing up the compartments here. Got our inverter on, electricity's disconnected, and I think it's maybe a time to go. Heard rumors that there's an RV wash, so might have to check that out. The wash, found some brushes, and we're helping Mita out. She's got some serious bug stuff everywhere and dirt all over across the back, so we're showing her some love this morning. I think Mita's looking a lot nicer. Nice and clean. Front looks a lot better. Still got some spots. Not sure how. Probably have to really scrub them to get the front clean. But it's looking a lot better, I think. So here at Watson Lake, decided to stop in on the forest of signposts.
Yep.
Signpost Forest, and walk around. We were here, what, about a month and a half ago?
A month ago, probably about a month ago.
And we're gonna go see if if our sign's still there, if we can find it. There's quite a few. Welcome to El Paso from Ecuador. D for Deutschland. It's Montana. Lots of Deutschlands. Germany. Some Alaska.
Some of them I don't know what state that is. But
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon. Yeah. Polska. PL.
Welcome to Kansas, Oklahoma. It feels like that sign should have been taken.
Gilbert, Arizona, yeah. We're gonna stop there. Jamestown. Abilene, Texas. Provo. Land of enchantment.
Took a while.
We found
it.
There's this forest is no joke. You can
Yes,
get,
it is.
you're not gonna find.
It's a maze. Okay.
So there we are. Right back there is where our sign is. Signpost Forest behind us. Quite a bit of forest.
Yeah.
There's
It's like a
lot of
maze.
signposts. And we're off for travel day, heading towards the south, British Columbia. Now we're on 37 South, headed towards Stewart, Alaska. Looks like they've been clearing the sides of the road here, maybe as a fire break. Try to avoid some of the crazy bad problems of fire going out of control, maybe. So this is the Stewart Cassier Highway, just south of the border between Yukon and British Columbia. As you can see, it's pretty decent. Got nice asphalt, plenty of bumps, no shoulders. It's an elevated platform above the permafrost, so probably you don't want to pull over on the side of the road here, you'll tip over. But it's not dirt, and the frost heaves aren't horrible in this area.
I haven't seen much traffic.
Not much traffic right now. This is about mid-July. We're heading south, and on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know if you can tell, but see how high we're elevated above the surrounding area. So they've kind of built up the road base where the road is probably about 4 or 5 feet higher than the surrounding area. So just make sure you stay on the road. On this trip over the last month or so, we actually have seen probably about 4 or 5 trucks towing RVs or RVs run off into the ditch. We saw a bus run off into the ditch. I think people just get tired and maybe they see an animal and they get spooked, but don't get lulled into a sense of security, and keep your speed under control, keep it going kind of slow, and keep focused, and make sure you've got plenty of energy. Don't drive when you're tired, I guess. At least that's what we've seen when we see people off in the ditch. We're like, oh boy, let's make sure we're paying attention. Right, Deanna?
Right.
Kind of shakes you up a little bit when you see somebody off in the ditch.
Yeah, just turn sideways.
Lots of up and down sections here. Up and down, up and down. Beautiful lakes. This Cassier Highway is really pretty.
The tree's interesting. You know, pretty much all of where we've been traveling, they're skinny. You know, they're not like Christmas trees. They're just kind of, tall, skinny spruce trees. Just
Yeah, really tall and
underwood.
tall and narrow, huh?
Yeah. They don't span out like a.
I mean, I guess they
normal
do. They
pines
just keep
like
going.
Christmas.
I guess they do if they're short, but a lot of them are so tall. I guess they're mostly just kind of super thin looking, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of pine in there that are
Bushier.
bushier.
Yeah.
But most of them, even the dead ones, you could tell they were probably real skinny.
Yeah.
Real skinny.
Right. That's a pretty lake. Looks like there was a fire here a while ago. Kind of cleared a lot of these trees. There. What a beautiful lake. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful.
It's hard to be the driver on days where you got the beautiful lakes like that, because your job is to keep us safe on the road, because the road's not that wide, but you also want to look at the beautiful scenery.
Yeah. It's pretty coloring, and then real green along the edges, and then real teal blue.
And then you have these bumps in the road where it says slow, and if you miss the little sign, then you go flying like you're in the Dukes of Hazzard or something.
You don't want to do the Dukes of Hazzard and
Yeah. Arg, you mateys, we have a pirate in front of us.
Oh yeah, I guess it is a pirate flag, huh?
Yeah. They also have a Starlink mounted old school style. Yeah, that's one of the old style Starlinks,
and
it's just
driving with it.
it's just got the triangle and everything up there. We were always wondering if you could get away with that, but it seems like it would pick up a lot of wind, and
It feels like it would lift it up.
and then plus we hit branches every once in a while, and that's just really begging to have a branch whack it off. Because we definitely scrape branches across the top of the RV sometimes. Having that angle seems like the branch would catch. So, but just passing Jade City. The road is still pretty good. We just have, the normal bumps. And Deanna's driving it like a champ.
Well, thank you.
She's gonna be an F1 driver next.
Oh no.
mountains. Nice. The lake that we're going to, Alaska Lake. All right. We sensed something kind of wrong, kind of wiggly, so we pulled our bed down, and this is just kind of laying here. So I think there used to be screws in this, and all the screws have wiggled loose. So here we have Forest River's ingenuity on full display. You have screws, like right here, that go into the walls of the RV. That's good. But these little tiny brads go right here.
That's what was holding it.
And so it's kind of like this, is what was going on. And you have these screws. So this piece of board is holding onto the wall, and those screws are holding this board onto the wall. And so this whole weight of this curtain box is pulling down away from this board. So this board and this board are left stuck on the side of the wall because these crap little non-glued brads that they just shot on there in probably a whole 10 seconds of brilliant engineering is all they did to hold the box together. So then the box falls apart and this thing falls down with just a little bit of rattling on these, Alaska dirt roads or any other dirt roads. I don't even think Alaska would do this. This thing was going to break no matter what. So thanks, Forest River. Good job. Which just want to talk a little bit more about this joint, by the way, how this is wrong in every possible way. Anybody that's ever done woodworking, you don't put a brad or a nail to stop a force from going this way. You don't, it can make it stop going this way. So like if you have a brad or a nail going in this and the force is to stop it from going this way, okay, that's fine. But if this is what's holding this up and it's going to break away this way, you don't have the brad and nail going up and down like this. And then also the other problem is, look at this board. It's not up against the corners in any way. Corners can be crazy strong. Glue can be crazy strong, but not when it's just floating here. Literally, this whole box is supported by this couple brads that are going with the pull strength. So this is not just bad bradding or missed glue. This is just, I don't know what this was supposed to be. This is not orchestra. This is like 12-year-olds made this. I don't know what's going on with this. So as a fix for our RV on the go fix here, we put screws in rather than brads. They go majority of the way, pre-drilled it, had some clamps here. I think I would have used glue, but I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't have helped at all because this is just that paper on the surface, that veneer, which would just scratch right off. So no sense even bothering with the glue unless you scraped off the veneer and it's like that. Just we'll see how well this lasts. All right. Now for this one, the brads were going this way, which isn't horrible because the screws were pushing up into the roof, which is not so great. The screws are gonna pull loose from the roof, which they were pulled loose, of course. But the brads broke loose first because they just were barely into this wood here. So I'm gonna put screws in, and since the pulling force is this way, coming away, the screws should have an easy time holding since the pulling force is this way. So this top brace isn't so bad. There it is. It's hanging correctly again. So whenever you go on roads that are real vibrating and lots of bumps and stuff, you'll get all kinds of house things like that falling fallen down. That side looks like it's probably still okay. Our next job will be one of our slides. We have 3 slides: a bedroom and the kitchen slide, or kitchen and sofa slide, and then we have this slide over here for our dinette, and the refrigerator is on this slide. And this bar, there's 4 of these bars, one on the bottom, one on the top, and then 2 on each side. So we noticed when we were out grilling this evening that one of these bars, this top one in the back here by the fridge, is actually snapped in half, and luckily we can still retract and expand the the slide, but we kind of probably need that fixed. So I guess we're gonna have to go find one of these guys and probably just leave this slide in. We don't really need it. You can slide out the other side and it gives you plenty of room to walk and stuff like that. So just kind of a the joys of RVing. If you don't like fixing things, you probably shouldn't do RVs. I hear Deanna laughing. Is that probably true, Deanna?
Yeah, very true. Constantly fixing.
Constantly fixing things. By the way, you guys might not have noticed, but this actually is a bed that goes up and down above the driver's and passenger seat. So we don't use it unless we've got people coming with us, but like when my mom and brother go on a trip with us, we'll use this as an extra bed. Obviously you have to have everything out of there before you can put the bed back up. We were experimenting. The mattress up there is incredibly uncomfortable, so we found an air mattress that can expand and decrease air really fast with a little electric motor that's built in, and that seems to make it a little better. So